Om Shanti. Today we will listen to Baba's Murli dated 18th October 2020. This is the revised course of the Murli originally dated 7th April 1986. Baba says, only someone who is an image of tapasya, an image of renunciation, and a bestower of fortune has a right to the kingdom of the world. So here we are all getting ready to claim a right to the kingdom of the world. And Baba says the necessary qualification is to be an image of tapasya, to be an image of renunciation, and to be a bestower of fortune. So let's check, what do we mean by being an image of tapasya? What is being an image of renunciation about? And what is it when Baba says be a bestower of fortune? What does that mean? And let's check whether we have a right to the kingdom of the world. And then also learn how to become an image that Baba wants us to be, so that we can become the rulers of the world. Today, the spiritual flame is looking at his spiritual moths. All the spiritual moths have come here from everywhere in order to celebrate a meeting with the spiritual flame. So now that Deepavali is approaching, we all know that when a flame burns, then it attracts moths to itself. And Baba is the spiritual flame, and we are the spiritual moths who are attracted to Baba, and therefore we are sitting with Baba because we are drawn to him with our love and with his attraction. Bab-Dada knows that love has attracted the hearts of the children and brought them all to this alaukik gathering. Only the alaukik children and the Father know about this alaukik gathering. This gathering is unknown to the world. If you tell someone that you are going to a spiritual gathering, what would he understand? So if you tell someone that I, the soul, am going to a spiritual gathering where souls participate and the Supreme Soul, the Father of all souls, talks, then they don't have any idea about what you're talking about. This gathering is such that it makes you prosperous for all time. It is this godly gathering that makes you into an embodiment of all attainments. So when you meet the ocean, then you become full of all attainments. So this is the gathering which makes us prosperous for all time. It fills us with all attainments. Bab-Dada is seeing the zeal and enthusiasm in the hearts of all the children. There are waves of an ocean of love in each one's mind. Bab-Dada is seeing this, and he also knows that your love has made you destroyers of obstacles and residents of Madhuban. So every soul has surmounted all obstacles that come in the way of belonging to Baba, because there is this fire of love in each one's hearts. There is a wave of the ocean of love on which each one is riding, and this has made us the destroyer of all obstacles that come between our confluence with Baba or our meeting with Baba. All the situations of everyone have become merged in this love. You carried out a rehearsal of being ever ready. So, all the children, all Baba's children have gathered suddenly and at very short notice in Madhuban, and this is why there is a rehearsal of being ever ready. You have become ever ready, have you not? Seeing the sweet part of the sweet drama, Bapdada and the Brahmin children are pleased. Because of love, everything seems easy and also lovely. Whatever drama has been created, it is a wonderful drama. How many times have you come running here? Did you come on trains or did you come flying with your wings? This is known as where the heart is, the impossible becomes possible. You have shown the form of love. Now, what more do you have to do in the future? So, all of us children who are sitting here listening to Baba's versions have demonstrated time and again that our love for Baba is pure and unconditional. And yes, we love Baba, and Baba also recognizes that we are all pass in the subject of love. So Baba says, yes, you all love me and you reach out to me, you come flying on the wings of love, you are ever ready to come to Madhuban and be with Baba. So you always want to be in the company of the one you love, and that the children have demonstrated very often, and we are all past in that subject. But Baba says, what more do you have to do now? So Baba says, what more do you have to do in the future? Now, we are all looking for an answer to the question, what is the call of time? Or what does Baba want us to do in the present time? What is it that we need to pay attention to in the present time? And Baba is also asking us the same question. Whatever has happened until now has been elevated and will continue to be elevated. But let us today listen to what the directions of Baba are according to time. Baba says, now, according to the time, what does Bapdada especially want from you, completely loving and most elevated children? In fact, Baba has signaled this from time to time throughout the whole season. So we have been listening to the season's Murlis, and if you recall all the Murlis, maybe 5 to 6 or 7, which we have revised in this season, then all the Murlis are telling us about what we need to do at this time. And Baba also says, Baba has signaled this from time to time throughout the whole season. The time to see those signals in a practical form is now approaching. You are loving souls, you are cooperative souls, and you are serviceable souls. Baba says, these 3 certificates Baba gives us. We are loving, we are cooperative, and we are serviceable. Now become great tapasvi souls. It is now the time to carry out the great task of liberating all souls from sorrow and peacelessness with the spiritual fire of tapasya in a collective way. So we have to ignite the spiritual fire of tapasya in a collective way. and exude or radiate the vibrations of peace and happiness in such a measure that the sorrow and peacelessness of the world gets extinguished, and the souls who are experiencing sorrow and distress are liberated from that feeling. We have to generate such a wave through our collective form of tapasya. So this is the task that Baba is giving us today. Baba says, on the one hand, the wave of bloodshed without cause is continually increasing. And as you can see around, people are dying without reason. And everything, death has become so arbitrary and so uncertain and so untimely that there is an atmosphere of doubt and uncertainty outside. So Baba says, on the one hand, the wave of bloodshed without cause is continually increasing, and on the other hand, all souls are experiencing themselves to be without support. So they don't know who to turn to, who to look up to. So they feel rudderless, without support. And these are times of great confusion and uncertainty. At such a time, it is you, great tapasvi souls, who will be instrumental in giving them the experience of total support. Through this tapasvi form, you have to enable souls everywhere to experience spiritual comfort. So through our tapasvi form, when we sit in a continuous form of embodiment of peace and happiness and love, then the vibrations we radiate will make them feel comfortable and make them feel like they have a support somewhere. So Baba says, all the souls of the world are restless due to the elements of nature, the atmosphere, human souls, and the weaknesses of their own minds and bodies. So everything looks like it is under the sway of a disintegrating force, whether it is the general atmosphere, the elements of nature, our own sanskars, weaknesses of our mind and bodies, or other human souls who are weak around us. So everything looks like it is disintegrating. And people are very confused about what to hold on to. And Baba says, when you sit in such elevated tapasvi form, then you act like a support to them, and they experience spiritual comfort because of your presence. So Baba says, if you enable such souls to experience the stage of happiness and comfort for even a second, they will repeatedly say thank you from their hearts. So, and they don't need to say this or recognize this also. But when you generate this vibration, then their hearts sing this song of thank you. And those pearls of gratitude come and make a garland around your neck. So Baba says, at the present time, there is a need for the intense volcanic form collectively. You children of the bestower of fortune now have to become stable in the form of bestowers of fortune and continue to give at every moment. So we are the givers and we have to sit in that form continuously. We are the bestowers of fortune. We are the one who have to continuously give the fortune of happiness, peace, comfort to each one. And these bestowers of fortune that we are, we have to give at every moment. Start the infinite queue of feeding others, because there are many royal beggars. Beggars aren't just those who beg for money. There are many who are begging with the mind in one way or another. Souls who have no attainment are very thirsty for a drop of attainment. So now, collectively in the gathering, spread the wave of being bestowers of fortune. Continuously give. I am the bestower of fortune. I am the child of the bestower of fortune, and I have to be a bestower myself continuously. Never even have the thought of taking. Just keep giving. And when you place yourself with such an attitude and such a position internally, then you become the source of feeding the hearts of everyone around you, and their hearts feel fulfilled in your presence. So Baba says, the more that you as master bestowers of fortune continue to give the treasures that you have accumulated, the more they will continue to increase. So now this is the only treasure which doesn't finish by radiating or sharing. It continues to fill more and more the more we share. You have heard so much. Yes, we have heard so much, and in the last 6 to 8 months, it's been a lot of hearing actually. It is now the time to do it. An image of tapasya means that through tapasya, you experience rays of the power of peace to be spreading everywhere. Just to be an embodiment of remembrance for oneself and to receive that power or to celebrate a meeting is a different matter. So we all sit as an embodiment of remembrance and actually relish the powerful form that we become when we are connected with Baba. But Baba says, this is not enough now. You have to become so powerful that you create an atmosphere, you radiate the vibrations, the rays of peace wherever you sit. So Baba says, however, the form of tapasya is the form of giving to others. For instance, the sun gives the world the experience of light and also of innumerable imperishable attainments. Similarly, with your great form of tapasya, give the experience of the rays of attainment. To do this, you first have to increase your account of accumulation. So just like the sun is so intense and full in itself that it is just sitting in one place, and all the 5 elements of nature and the human population and the flora and fauna are all receiving several attainments from the sun. Similarly, if we are so full within, then we will be radiating that fullness, that inner fulfilled state outside to every element of nature, every soul that is around us. So Baba says, to do this, you first have to increase your account of accumulation. Do not think that you have made yourself elevated and conquerors of Maya by having remembrance and by churning knowledge. Do not be happy with just that. Out of the whole day, for how many souls were you a bestower of fortune of all the treasures? So yes, we are full ourselves and we are able to deal with our obstacles, but do not be happy with just that. Baba says, check. For how many souls were you a bestower of fortune of all the treasures? Do you use all the treasures for a task every day, Or are you happy just seeing what you have accumulated? Now keep a chart of how many treasures of happiness, peace, powers, knowledge, virtues, and cooperation have you distributed, and that you have therefore increased. Now, how do you check this chart? So let me repeat. Baba says, keep a chart of how many treasures of happiness, peace, powers, knowledge, virtues, and cooperation you have distributed, and that you have therefore increased. Now, when somebody comes begging for peace, happiness, attainments, powers, so somebody wants you to tolerate, somebody wants you to cooperate. So, are we able to give with an open heart? Or do we then start asking, okay, I cooperate when it is my time to cooperate, but if you are asking for cooperation, I won't give it to you. Or I will stay peaceful whenever I want to, but if you want me to stay peaceful, I will not stay peaceful. So do we give whenever other souls around us are seeking cooperation, seeking peace, seeking happiness, seeking love, seeking knowledge, seeking virtues? So somebody wants the virtue of humility from us, and they are in great ego. So can we give that virtue to them at that time? So are we that full? So Baba says, keep a chart. How are you able to give the souls what they want and bring them close, and then connect them with Baba gradually? So Baba says, keep a chart of how many treasures of happiness, peace, powers, knowledge, virtues, and cooperation you have distributed, and that you have therefore increased. By doing this, the common chart that you keep will automatically become elevated. By becoming those who uplift others, you will automatically uplift yourselves. Understand what chart you have to keep now. This chart of being a form of tapasya is to become a world benefactor. So, the chart of how much of a world benefactor am I has to be kept now. So, how many have you benefited? Or does your time pass in benefiting yourself alone? A lot of time has been spent in bringing benefit to yourselves. The time to become bestowers of fortune has now come. This is why Bab Dada is once again giving you the signal of time. If even now you do not experience the stage of being a bestower of fortune, you will not be able to attain the fortune of becoming sovereigns of the kingdom of the world. So Baba has been giving us this signal of time that the time to accumulate is now, and if we delay this, then we will not be able to accumulate enough in the end, because the time for accumulation is getting shorter and shorter. So Baba says, if you do not start giving right now, giving is receiving. So the more we share our treasures, the more we get fulfilled. And this is the time for becoming a master bestower of fortune. And if we don't start now, then we will not be able to become the sovereigns of the kingdom of the kingdom of the world. The sanskars of being a bestower of fortune now will enable you to have attainments for many births, because the world rulers are like parents of the world. That is, they are bestowers of fortune. So if we want to become world leaders, then World leaders are like parents, so this is the time to be a parent and give every child what they need by taking it from the father and becoming a conduit, becoming a master bestower of fortune. And if we don't perform this act right now, then we don't claim the status of being a mother and father to the world, which is becoming the rulers of the world. So Baba says, if now you have the sanskar of taking in any way, such as receiving any type of name or honor, it will not allow you to become a bestower of fortune. As soon as the thought of taking comes, the process of giving stops. So even if it's taking name or honor, for example, you became an instrument to uplift somebody and then they did not give you the recognition that you expected them to give you. Or when they were asked to share their experience, they mentioned somebody else's name but not yours. And then you started wondering and you started being troubled by that thought. Now Baba says, even if there is a small desire of name or honor, then that small desire makes you so miserable inside, you are not able to become a giver anymore. So Baba says, finish all these little sanskars that are still left and just be determined within yourself that I have to only give, give and give. I am the master bestower of fortune. An image of tapasya means to be an image of the renunciation of taking in any way. So now we understood what tapasya means. And Baba says tapasya is connected with renunciation. So only when you renounce the form of taking in any way that you become an image of tapasya. So tyag and tapasya are connected. If you don't become a tyagi, that is an image of renunciation, then you cannot become a tapasvi. So Baba says, when you renounce that I don't need anything in any way from anyone or anything, only then can you become a tapasvi. That is, you can become a constant giver. Taking in any limited way will not allow you to become an image of renunciation or an image of tapasya. This is why an image of tapasya means to be one who is ignorant of even the knowledge of desire. So Baba says you shouldn't even know what desire is if you want to be a tapasvi. Those who think of taking something receive it for a limited period but lose out for all time. So maybe you get something sometimes when you create a desire, but then that sanskar of desire makes you lose out on your fortune forever. This is why Bap Dada is repeatedly giving you a signal about this. It is these desires for a temporary period that become an obstruction to your becoming an image of tapasya. This is why you especially have to practice tapasya. You have to give this proof of becoming equal. So just like Baba never has any desire, only gives, gives and gives. He is the bestower of fortune. He is the constant giver. I also have to become equal to him. It is a matter of happiness that you have given the proof of love. Now give the proof of becoming an image of tapasya. Do you understand? Even though you have various sanskars, the sanskar of a bestower of fortune suppresses all other sanskars. So if you become a constant master bestower, then this sanskar is so powerful that other sanskars merge in its presence. Therefore, now let this sanskar emerge. Do you understand? So Baba is constantly asking whether we understand. What is true understanding? True understanding is implementation. So are we willing to implement what Baba is saying? Just as you have come running to Madhuban, so to run towards the destination of the Tapasvi stage. So Baba says, just like your feet came running to Madhuban, let you, the soul, run towards your Tapasvi stage. Acha, welcome. Everyone ran here as though destruction were to take place now. Whatever you did, whatever happened, Bab Dada liked it because he loves you children. Each one of you thought that you were now going to come here, but you didn't think that others were also going to come. So the true Kumbh Mela is taking place here. So many children have reached Baba's home and there is a true big gathering. And Baba is saying each one thought that I want to meet Baba, but they didn't think that the space is limited. So Baba says that all of you have come to celebrate the last meeting, to take the last dip, which is the last turn of the season. So this is the last turn of the season and everybody wanted to meet Baba. Since so many people were going to come here, did you wonder what form the meeting would take place? What form the meeting would take? You were totally beyond that awareness. You neither considered the place nor the reservations. You will now never be able to make an excuse that you couldn't get a reservation. This was also a rehearsal in the drama, because in the end also we will have to all fly towards our perfect form also and towards our eternal home also. So Baba says this rehearsal of being ever ready is a rehearsal, and then in the final time this rehearsal will be actually implemented. It is not your kingdom at the confluence age. You have self-sovereignty, but the land is not yours. Father have his own chariot. It is a foreign kingdom and a foreign body. Therefore, this has become the season to start a new method according to the time. Here you have to think about the water, but there you will be bathing under waterfalls. So in Madhuban, if too many children reach, so because this is a limited world, so yes, the resource scarcity, we are faced with that, and Baba says, all right, here there is sometimes a problem of water, but then in the golden age we will be bathing under waterfalls. Whoever and however many have come, Bab Dada welcomes you with love in response to your love. You have now been given time, especially to make the first preparations for the final examinations. You are given time before the final paper. In a school, they are given leave. So Bab Dada is also giving this special time filled with the significance of many things. Now, just like before the final examination, the children are given a leave in the school. So, do you experience that this is a time where we are almost on leave? And 2-3 months back, it was total leave. And then there are some children who waste that time, and there are some children who make use of that time to prepare for their final examination. So now Baba says there is a significance of this leave that you are being given in the drama. It is not to pass time that you have been given this time, or to create an account of waste and negative that you have been given this time. You have been given this time to become well prepared for your final examination. And in your final examination, you will need a lot of stock of virtues, of powers, of being an embodiment of knowledge. So this is the time to fill ourselves, to accumulate that stock. And today Baba also focused on what is the way to accumulate. So this time has been given with a significance, and we ought to pay attention to why this time has been given to us. Baba says Bap Dada is also giving this special time filled with the significance of many things. The significance of some things is incognito, whereas the significance of other things is visible. However, each one of you constantly has to pay attention to putting a full stop. That is to let the past be the past and to stabilize in the stage of a point. Now, what is the practice we need to be prepared for the examination? So, Baba is underlining that practice. Constantly pay attention to putting a full stop. That is, to let the past be the past and to stabilize in the stage of a point. To be a master of oneself and to carry out your task. You have to become an ocean and a bestower of fortune for all and make everyone full. So one is you become a point, and the second is you feel that you are an ocean. So you are a point in form and you are a master bestower of fortune. You are an ocean. Therefore, keep these two things especially in your awareness. Be an ocean and be a point. The ocean is called a Sindhu and a point is called a Bindu. So be a Bindu and a Sindhu and claim the elevated certificate. Always continue to move forward with the success of elevated thoughts. So the blessing from the bestower of blessings for all the children is constantly be a point and an ocean. You came running here to receive blessings, did you not? Always keep this blessing from the bestower of blessings in your awareness. So I am a point and I am also the master ocean. The remembrance of a point makes you egoless, and the remembrance of that, the remembrance that I am the master ocean fills you with pure pride. So Baba says, remember that I am just a point, but I am also the master ocean, and put a full stop to whatever is past. So this is the way to practice being full at this time where time has been given to us to prepare for the final examination. Avyakt Bap Dada meeting groups. So there are 2 meetings and we will listen to Bap Dada sharing with groups. So just visualize yourself sitting in a group with Bap Dada and Baba speaking these words to you. Baba says, do you always experience yourselves to be multi-million times fortunate? The Father, the bestower, gives so much that not only do you become fortunate on one birth, but this imperishable fortune continues for many births. Did you think about such imperishable fortune even in your dreams? You thought it was impossible, did you not? We never thought that we could we could actually live in a land of peace and happiness for 21 births. We were raised with this idea that unhappiness, sorrow, distress are part of life. So we never thought that we could have this fortune to be ever happy and ever peaceful. Baba says, you thought it was impossible, did you not? However, today it has become possible. So do you have the happiness that you are such elevated souls? Your happiness doesn't sometimes disappear under certain circumstances, does it? You receive the treasure of happiness from the Father every day, And whatever you receive every day increases, does it not? Your happiness can never decrease because you continually receive from the ocean of happiness. It is everlasting. So as soon as we feel we are running out, Baba again refills from his treasures because he is the ocean. So he just keeps refilling us every time we run out of happiness. And this makes our happiness everlasting because we are connected to the ocean, so we can never run dry of happiness. You are not those who ever worry about anything. Do you worry? So, worry is about ignorance. So now that we know everything, we don't worry. So Baba says, what will happen to my property? What will happen to my family? You don't even have this worry. You are carefree. What will happen to the old world? Of course, there will be transformation. So Baba says, now you don't see anything as loss. You only see everything as change. And because you have the knowledge that every change that is taking place is leading to a better place, a better time, a better world. So you look forward to this transformation, to this change. You don't feel a sense of loss at whatever you see as change. You only know that this change is leading to better times, better world. And then it is only change because nothing is ever lost. Because the souls, the elements of nature, Baba, everybody is imperishable. So nothing is ever lost. It is only change. And now your relationship with change is very friendly. So you look at change as your friend. So Baba says, no matter how great you are in the world, old world, everything is old. So you have now become carefree. Today I am here, but I don't know whether I will be here or not tomorrow. You don't even have this worry, because whatever happens, it will be good. For Brahmins, everything is good. Nothing is bad. You were emperors before, you are emperors now, and you will be emperors in the future. Since you have become emperors for all the time, you have become carefree. So right now, we are the emperor of our body, our minds, our hearts, our future. So Baba says, because you are emperors, you are carefree. You have such sovereignty that no one can snatch it away from you. No one can blow away your sovereignty with a gun, because our sovereignty is an internal sovereignty. It is not something on the external or physical which somebody can snatch away. Have this happiness all the time and also continue to give it to others. Make others into carefree emperors too. Acha. Then there is a second meeting. Baba says, do you experience yourselves to be elevated souls who are always under the canopy of protection of the remembrance of the Father? So when we remember Baba and we remember what he says, what his directions are, and we stay in the line of those directions, we stay inside the boundary of those directions, then it is like staying in the canopy of protection of the remembrance of Baba. So Baba says, do you experience yourselves to be the elevated souls who are always under the canopy of protection of the remembrance of the Father? This canopy of protection of remembrance makes you safe from all obstacles. No type of obstacle can come to those who stay under the canopy of protection. Those who stay under the canopy of protection have guaranteed victory. So have you become like that? Because remembering Baba is about remembering what he says, and thinking, speaking and doing as he says. So when we are doing this, when we are under the canopy of his protection by following his directions, then we are free from obstacles. And when we step outside, then Maya takes us away. So have you become like that? If you even move even the foot of your mind out from under the canopy of protection, then Maya will attack you. No matter what type of situation comes, for those who stay under the canopy of protection, even the most difficult of all situations becomes easy. Something as big as a mountain will be experienced to be like cotton wool. Such is the wonder of the canopy of protection. What should you do when you receive such a canopy of protection? Even if there is a temporary attraction to something, if you step out from under the canopy, you lose everything. So Baba has told us that Maya usually comes in two forms, attraction and fear. So you must pay attention not to be attracted and not to be afraid. So when we are attracted, we step out from the canopy of protection by not following Baba's directions. And when we are afraid also, we do that. So Baba says, let Maya not attack you, and always pay attention to not be attracted by temporary attractions. Baba says, therefore you have now become aware of temporary attractions, so always remain far away from those attractions. Limited attainment will finish in this one birth, whereas the unlimited attainment will be constantly with you. So to be those who have unlimited attainment means to be the special souls who stay under the canopy of protection, not ordinary ones. This awareness will make you powerful for all time. Those who are long lost and now found, especially loved ones, always remain under the canopy of protection. Remembrance is the canopy of protection. If you put even the foot of your mind outside of this canopy of protection, Maya will come. This canopy of protection will not allow Maya to come in front of you. Maya will not have the power to come under the canopy of protection. Such souls are constantly victorious over Maya. To be a child means to stay under the canopy of protection. It is the Father's love that constantly keeps you children under the canopy of protection. So it is only because we love Baba that we stay in the canopy of protection of his remembrance. We remember him and live by what he says. And it is our love for Baba that enables us to do that. It is the love for Baba that enables us to recognize that this attraction that is attracting me is for a limited birth. And I will be losing out on my sovereignty for many births because of this attraction. So when we have love for Baba, when we have remembrance of Baba, then we stay safe and Maya is not able to dupe us by attracting us or making us afraid. So remember this special blessing. You have become especially loved ones because you have received the canopy of protection. This blessing will constantly enable you to move forward. Now at the time of farewell, so now farewell is taking place in the morning. So children have stayed awake all night, having the experience of sweet meeting with Baba. And while Baba bids farewell to children, he speaks these sweet words. All of you had Jagran, that is, staying up through the night as part of the fasting. Your devotees do Jagran, and so it must be you, their especially loved deities, who teach them. So because we wake up experiencing this sweet meeting with Baba all night. So deities also spend the night calling out to us on the path of devotion. It is when the especially loved deities do Jagran here that the devotees copy them. So all of you did Jagran, that is, you accumulated an income in your account. So tonight was a night of the season for earning. When it is the season for earning, you stay awake during that season. So this is the season for earning, and so to remain awake means to earn. So each one of you has accumulated according to your capacity, and with whatever you have accumulated, become a great donor and continue to donate to others. Then you yourself will continue to eat from that for many births. Now Baba says, golden morning to all the children of the godly Mela. In fact, from a golden morning, it is a diamond morning. You yourselves are diamonds, and the morning is also diamond, and you also accumulate diamonds, and so everything is just diamonds and diamonds. And this is why Baba is saying diamond morning. Acha. So Baba says, to all the loving children everywhere, to the cooperative children, to the obedient children who obey the Father's orders, to those who are generous-hearted and who have big hearts and distribute all treasures to everyone, to the greatly charitable souls, to the children who constantly fly in the flying stage with the zeal and enthusiasm of becoming like the Father, love, remembrance and namaste from Bap Dada, the bestower of fortune, the bestower of blessings, and the ocean of all treasures. The spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual Father. Blessing. May you be an elevated server and finish any account of waste by checking even your thoughts. So Baba says an elevated server is one whose every thought is powerful. Let not a single thought be wasteful, because a server means one who acts on the world stage. The whole world is copying you. So if you waste one thought, you don't just waste it for yourself, but you also become an instrument for many others. So you know that when there is a brick wall and the brick in the foundation is unstable, then the whole wall becomes unstable. Similarly, we, the founder souls, whenever our thoughts go waste or our thoughts are not that powerful, then this causes an impact on everyone around us. So we should recognize our importance and pay attention to make every thought of ours powerful. Therefore, now finish the account of waste and become an elevated server. Slogan. As well as the atmosphere of service, also create the atmosphere of an unlimited attitude of disinterest. So Baba says, yes, we are all serving, but then we also have to create this attitude of unlimited disinterest, or there should be an attitude of detachment while having the attitude of being a world server. There is a notice today. Today, it is the third Sunday of the month, and all Rajyogi Tapasvi brothers and sisters have special meditation from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening. Stabilize yourself in the powerful form of being Master Almighty Authorities and give all souls and matter rays of purity, and do the service of making everyone and everything Sato Pradhan. Om Shanti.